give him a little bit of love and see what you can do. But going into this, now Cinnamina,
Cinnamina. Her name's Mina,
Cinnamina.
so we call it Cinnamina.
Gotcha,
All right.
gotcha.
Well, I do want to say
She's
thank
a
you so
Mac
much for the
player.
support, Zero. Thank you again, everyone who subbed and followed. Special shout outs to Iron and I know Assassin, who isn't here right now, but they've been the longest supporters. They subbed as soon as I got that affiliate. So again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, Revi, I know, dude. Okay, I know that my server names and passwords aren't the best, but honestly, it should be some good games. Giaco coming out with the Merc, which is very interesting to say the least. But honestly, Mina and Burge is going to be a pretty goated team. Fish was the first draft in RLPC, in case you guys didn't know. And Burge, honestly, he's sleeper goated at Rocket League, dude. Like, I've seen this man play before. His rank doesn't look too impressive, but he's still very good. Slay, thank you again so much for the follow, the support. And Maple, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate it, dude. It's very
Beautiful.
kind and generous of you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the loyalty badges and the emotes, because, you know,
And
it's so much
future
fun making them.
content. Because
Yeah.
he makes great videos. By that I
Oh
mean
my
he makes great
gosh.
streams and then posts them as videos.
Okay, well,
But
we're not going to talk about that one.
getting into the game real quick, Cinna Fish, you said that she was the first pick,
Ooh.
first round, right? And
Yeah.
she's a Maverick player, which
Dude.
I expected all of them to be indie players for first round picks. So that kind of blew my mind when it happened. And Havoc is also RLPC, is that right?
Oh yeah, he totally is. So quick thing. Honestly, Havoc's touch there was goated. Just saying. Untidy. I have no idea what you mean by that. But so Havoc, I was also looking at him for my indie team. It just didn't work out based off of MMRs, so it was a big rip. But Giaco is as well. All these players except for Birch are in RLPC, and
Okay.
so the reason why Mav, oh fish, that would have been nuts. But the reason why Mav was picked so many times in the draft was because Indy, there were a lot more free agents. And so you could all create a team. So Smurf, who was the one who
Yeah.
picked up Fish, he got the first pick. He picked her up because he already had an indie team. He signed them all from
Yeah.
FA. Oh, what good touch.
At the
Gets
end of the day,
denied by the post though.
a lot of the free agents were because of that MMR change. You know, all of the
Oh yeah.
players dropping down. So yeah, like with Smurf, I know his entire team because they were our A team from last season, right?
Yeah.
And they're really great players. So
Yeah.
I understand that. I 100% expected everyone to need at least one indie player.
I think
And
I was like one of the only ones who did.
having like Gala, like I needed 3 indie players. It was like, are you kidding me? But having like Gala picked round 2 and Glyphs picked round 2, Doc was picked round 2. I was like, dang. But yeah, getting into the game obviously, which is what we were supposed to be talking about. After you, my lady.
Honestly, it's really good quality though. Like they're playing, both teams are playing very well. I would say that this is definitely one of the top teams in the Apprentice League. I mean, both teams are like two of the top ones because they're very solid players. They played together. Like, I mean, they have the skill, they have the ability. Honestly, it all comes down to consistency currently for me. So honestly, there might be a little bit of it, seeing what Birch and how he can acclimate to this new setting. But I have a feeling that we're watching some of the best teams in the Apprentice League so far. So Fish with a nasty bump off of Giaco. Birch is going to turn for it, going to try to bide his time, but Havoc is going to make it go mid. Fish, though, she gets the touch, tries to get it over Giaco, but Giaco got a touch. Now Havoc popping it into his own corner, trying to clear this one away. Some interesting card rotations, and Fish is just going to yoink it and say thank you very much. I'm going to go for the flick, go for the control, gets it over Giaco. But now, oh, she's going for the fake. Honestly, I will say that Fish is 100% she's a one player, man. I mean, her mechanical skill is really where her strengths lie. So we actually found Fish kind of randomly last season from Derby League. She just joined. She was like, hey, I want to join. I was like, sweet, what rank are you? And she told me she was like plat 2, plat 3, something like that. And we honestly, we played with her.
So really improved since then, huh?
Well, here's the thing. As long, like, she doesn't use comps. Once she found a team that was, like, decent, she got straight to champ. So, but unfortunately from her, a bad touch will cost her a goal, and Shirt is going to double his tally for the night so far.
So with that, all right, just off of that statement, not using comms is not necessarily a bad thing. One of the best players I've ever played with hated using comms because he loved focusing on the music that he was playing with. And the thing was, he would use quick chats and stuff like that, but you almost always knew where he was on the field, and he was just that kind of a player. He was right where he needed to be when he needed to be there. So no comms. Like I understand that people are always saying, comms are the most important thing, and they are important. But if you can find a team, like you said, that you mesh well with and that you play well with, you shouldn't need comms. You should be able to talk about whatever you want. Just have a good time while you're playing and just feel the game with your team.
I think, well, here, let's first honor Havoc where it's due. Getting his fourth, he got his third, and now he gets his fourth with only 45 seconds left in the game. This man is popping off so far. Giaco definitely helping him out, and Fish on him to get back in time. Yep. So I will say about the whole comms thing. So, number one, it's not really like she just doesn't use it because she's usually at work when she's doing this, but it's.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's just wonderful. I was thinking, I wish I had a job where I could just play Rocket League all day.
Oh, right, and
But,
she gets paid for it too.
but instead, I have a job where I cast Rocket League all day. So it's
Shut up. You guys are mean to me. But Giaco getting a nice dunk and gonna find the back of the net. And game number 2 is looking to be
it's closing out here pretty quick.
yeah, carried by Ritzy. Maybe they need Ritzy currently here to carry them a little bit more, because these games are not looking too hot for them. But I think in game number 2 they're probably gonna come out a little bit more.
Ritzy's a GC, huh? He's a AAA, right?
Yeah. So the really funny story behind this team is that Burge was actually in Derby League Season 1. He had a falling out with Ritzy, and he left. So it was a big rip. And then Fish, she ended season 2 with Ritzy. So they apparently talked, and they were like, we want to have carried by Ritzy, which was funny because both of them played with Ritzy. So it was very amusing, and I loved the name. And so carried by Ritzy, and that's actually a picture of Ritzy in case anyone wants to look and admire his beautiful, wonderful face and maybe clip it and put it in RLPC. But we're not going to talk about that too
What's
much.
actually a picture of Ritzy? Wait a minute.
Hey, dude, look at the stream. And the top left, that is
my
Ritzy.
What the fuck? What a picture. I'm sorry. Pardon my friend.
Dude, you're fine. It happens.
Dang. What a
What a
beautiful
G, man.
person, I
What a
guess.
G. All right.
Um,
Well, Havoc doing so much work in game number 1, and I got to give him credit by putting that tally on the board. 1-0 for sure. Esports 5-0, which is honestly pretty surprising for me. I think
Yeah.
that
strong start.
yeah, I mean, Havoc, yeah, he really did just kind of pop off, but I have a feeling that Fish and Burge are going to.
Just give it a little bit of time. That first game is, in my opinion, always going to be the hardest because it's a team that you're not used to playing against. Now, in competitive, you always have to adjust quickly. When you're playing in tournaments, in the Derby League and RLPC, tournament style stuff, where you're playing best of 5, best of 7, you have so much time to figure out that team and adjust to their play style. So the first game is going to be the hardest, but the longer they play against each other, I feel like the better that Fish and Burgess are going to get.
Yeah, for sure. And Wifey. Oh, yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's just going to take a little, because I was playing with Fish, like I was one of the ones who got her to champ pretty quickly. But, the thing was, like, it was just comms. Like, she had good mechanical skills. She had, for the most part, good game sense. It's just the comms, just being able to call out, like, where your team is. Just, like, hey, I'm going to go for this ball. You can, go ahead and rotate out. But Fish got bumped and putting that a little bit harder than I think she wanted to for Burge. But now she's going to turn. And again, I mean, there she kind of cut rotation, which I think is fine there. But again, it's just one thing you need to look at. And Fish, though, with a nice angle, looking for the shot, but Havoc is going to deny her that one. Going to deny that clip, maybe. Now Havoc is looking for his own with a beautiful flank. He gets denied by the woodwork, though.
A great bump, though, by him. That would have been a perfect finish if he could just pop that a little higher. Rough stuff.
I mean, again, I think this is definitely one of the best matches we've seen of the night.
And it's expected to be, though, because these are a little bit higher level players. And it's definitely going to be really nice to see how Fish and Burgess react to that first game. And so far, it's looked like their defensive has been really okay, but their offensive has been pretty on par this game. Like that pass play, I know you said Cinna was putting it on net. From where I was looking, it definitely looked like she was trying to pass it to Burge, and that would have been beautiful.
Ooh, all right, well, Havoc again being denied by the post, and Fish with a good clutch save. We could ask her later, but I am 90% sure she was going for a shot.
I mean, even if she was, it was a fantastic pass, and Burgess
Sure.
got there. And maybe that's the case. It just happened to be a good bit of both, a great shot and a great pass.
Isn't
But
that always the best when it's a good bit of both?
it really is. But that save by Sinnoh was really odd, but it's something that a lot of
Ooh.
people don't remember is like you don't have to flip for the ball, you don't have to jump for the ball. You can let it bounce off of your car and go away from the net. And so she drove right underneath the ball and just used her car to her advantage, and that was really smart.
All right, Fish now. She doesn't have too much boost, but she's
But they
looking
don't
for a
know
nice
that.
play. I think now they know that. But, you know, Havoc going to get that save, going to boom it away. Bird's trying to flip it on its head, and Giaco, okay,
A
not
little
quite
bit
sure what he's
weird.
doing.
Yeah, I try to not drive backwards as much as possible. It's beneficial sometimes, but I gotta say he wasn't in the wrong either though, because he was keeping his car between the ball and the net, and it was a really great play. But a great shot, really good control. He just was patient with it. He waited to make sure he was in the right position. A little awkward flip there, but put him right where he needed to be.
Yeah, well, one goal in 3 minutes. A lot different than the last match, but you know, it's going to be enough for them so far. But now Fish and Burge, again, what can they do? Fish with a good attempt on goal, but Giaco is going to save that.
What a
Ooh, but a
pass!
beautiful shot by Burge is going to tie
Now
it up at 1-1.
Now with that, right, Fish was definitely doing something smart. You know, that fake attack that she was doing, popping back into the ball a couple of times. If she could have let the ball bounce and got a good pinch off of the ground, sometimes those are really fantastic. Then go top right corner for her. But
Mm.
ended up working out. She got a good pop on it, and Burgess was just there for that nice shot.
All right, well, Giaco trying to go for that shot, but Burge is going to deny him that. He lost possession a little bit. He's going to win the 50 against Havoc, though. He's looking for a nice touch. Ooh, Fish with some last-second reactions is going to deny that. Bumps Burge out of the way. It's going to be a big rip. But, you know, it's whatever. All right, Havoc now going across the face of net, but he's not going to be able to do too much with it. Burge is going to take that down the side. Now he only has one to beat. Oh, I really wanted to see him go for a ceiling shot. It's going to be off to the side, but I think Fish reads those. This is now up that right-hand side. Giaco's just going to pop it straight up. Havoc can't read that. It's going to go away to the other side, though. Pops back mid. Giaco booms that. I think that's on target. Never mind. Fish, anyway, going to pinch it against the backboard.
Always a smart play defending your backboard like that. Because especially in higher ranks, like 9 times out of 10, you can hit those backboard reads.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the higher up you go, the more difficult it is,
I think
but
this is an open net.
it kind of is, but it's a very difficult angle. A good pass, and Fish, he gets it on target, but a better save coming out from Havoc to deny her. Giaco now, he's looking for the shot himself. A good challenge, though, by Fish. Havoc's
Could
up,
be a
looking for
nice
a
shot.
fancy hit. Can't quite find it, though, but no one's in net so far. Giaco, somehow, with the Merc
Cheeky little
flick,
backflip.
with the back Merc flip, he gets the goal. Drives a little bit past it, and then gets a lot more power than I think anyone was expecting. And Fish, barely unable to get there. Now it's 2-1 for sure, Esports. 35 seconds left. No one is convincingly in the lead for this game. So Birds is going to take it away to the side. Sorry, what?
It's definitely still open for beautiful Senna and Burgess to come back. Carried by Ritzy, obviously. If they were carried by Ritzy, it would be a little bit of a different story. You know, that 2v3 situation would be
Probably.
very different right now. But going into this, 10 seconds left. I mean, they could potentially score, but it's going to be difficult.
All right, well, I guess they're going for the control on top of the car, but Havoc is going to score for the last second, making it 3-1.
Nail on the coffin.
Yep, for sure, and that is going to be game number 2 going the way of Sure Esports now. Carried by Ritzy, they have only one more chance. They need to get a reverse sweep. They need to have 3 impeccable games, to say the least. While Sure Esports, they only need 1 out of 3. That's a 33% chance if we're just going off of that. But who knows for
Yeah,
sure.
great first and second game by you said it was Giaco, is that his name?
Giaco.
Giaco,
Yep.
got it, and Havoc. Obviously, they're doing a really great job as a team, pushing up for the ball when they need to. Their defensive plays have been pretty on par. I mean, they've been doing a really great job of reading where the ball is going to be and being there for it. So pushing into game 3, I mean, they could sweep this. I'm praying for Caster's curse though, because I'd love to go to Game 5.
Yeah, both teams playing super well, and we're gonna be excited to see how it turns out. But I mean, sure, esports they're looking very, very strong, and they're doing very, very well, and they have good comms. I don't think that they're actually on the same team in RLPC, but I think they could. Like honestly, if anyone knows in chat, please let me know because I think that's actually a pretty strong team. No, Giaco's on Assassin's team, so that's Zoomer, Shadow, and Domino. I think that's their team. But Havoc now, he's trying to put in mid. Oh, Mina is going to clear that away. Burge is now trying to take possession of it. They had a little bit of time, but Giaco is going to beat Burge to that one. The Fish is going to turn. She took the Dominus now. She's looking for the control. Tries to tip it over one, but Havoc is there. Burge just passes it up after, he bumps Fish, but it's going to be okay. Now Giaco turns, booms it down the field, trying to stay with. Now Burge takes it down that left-hand side, but Giaco booms it down again towards the other side of the pitch. Fish can't read that one, and that is going to be goal number 1, heading over to the side of Shore Esports.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a dirty fly here. He didn't really get all the way he wanted to, but it might have faked her out just enough to get the ball right into that net. It looks like she just might have been a little slow.
Yep, that is, I mean, obviously it's a big oof. No one likes to be just a little bit slow. It always feels bad when you go for a ball and then he misses, especially just barely. So Bird's looking for that control, but Fish is going to bail him out, but doesn't have any boost. Now Sure is going to go for the shot on target, but Birch does get the save. Mina now, who gets the dunk? That's out to Birch. He's looking for the shot. It's a little bit too far to the left. Can he get the read? He can, making him 1-1.
Yeah, great shot, and it was definitely a little bit of a good play by Havoc there, trying to get that dunk on, but it did leave that net open and gave Birds just enough time to get that ball perfect.
Yep, a beautiful read by him and a beautiful goal. Now, 4 minutes. They need to have their stamp on this game. I think, honestly, in order to win it all... Ooh, Fish with a nice boomer over shot, but Havoc was there. She shot straight at him. It was a good attempt, but not really going to work out for them. So now Giaco, what can he do? Looking for the pass, but Burge with a good challenge.
Great call going up that back wall to get that save.
I honestly just realized what Revy said about this being his favorite show, and thank you, Revy, if you're still here. I appreciate that, man. Very kind words.
It was his favorite show until you ignored his comment.
Ooh.
So.
Zero's like, by the way, you can follow me at twitch.tv at Zero.
No. My Twitch is Ditto Gaming. No, I'm just kidding.
Now like and subscribe for him. I got you, man.
You guys check it out on Thursday. You know what I mean? Easy charity stream for cancer.
True. You can put that in my Gen Chat and Bartards as well as Derby League. Honestly,
thanks, man.
That's a good cause, and I will 100% support that. All right, Giaco now. He's going to take it to his own corner. He's looking for the turn. He has full boost. Looking for maybe a touch. Can't quite find it, though. Havoc, though, is going to bail him out. Takes it, or tries to take it down the side. The Fish is there. Looking for a pass. That's a beautiful pass, but Burge went just a little bit too far. And that is going to be the end of that for that offensive. Oh, Fish, you don't. Oh, if she had held on to her jump,
man,
she could have done it.
If you would have just said she did, she might have. You know what I mean? You brought her down a little bit there.
Caster's curse, man. Always the caster's curse. All right, Fish. Ooh, who's going to beat it? Havoc or Fish? All right, Havoc wins the 50 just a little bit, but it's an awkward position. Giaco is going to hit against. He's looking for that double. Oh, he doesn't have any boost to get that double. Now Fish, she's on the attack. Doesn't have too much boost. Havoc wins the 50. He goes to the other side. Birds now, he's in the corner. Okay, that's a little bit awkward. Okay, Fish takes it away. Havoc can't get that one. Giaco now, he doesn't have too much boost.
Taking his time with it, which is a really great idea at first, but it looks like Senna's got him caught in that corner.
Ooh, a good 50 though by him. Will get it back to himself.
Downfield.
Fish was pretty pissed.
He comes back for the demo. This could be an open net if he can get to it quick enough.
Oh.
Senna was there. Great recovery off of that demo.
Oh, Revy apparently was talking about Brooklyn 99, not about my Twitch. Rip. Big rip, but honestly though, dude, Brooklyn 99 is such a good show. Like I saw that episode.
By Havoc.
Ooh, that was close. Another close one. Again, denied by the post. Giaco takes it away somehow. Fish though
Giaco
takes
had
it away to the
great
side.
control on that. Honestly, for the Merc, and maybe it's because of the Merc, but he had a fantastic little read.
Ooh, Havoc looking for the shot. Gonna get denied by the top, but it was a very, very good attempt, and I like to see it. Giaco, though, putting that into the corner. Goes back mid. Good touch away.
And that's going to be an open net if they can take advantage of it. Oh, Havoc getting back perfect time.
Thank you, Revy. I appreciate that, man. I know you, dude. You've been a great supporter, and you've been watching like for what the past 3 weeks, if I recall correctly. So again, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Giaco gets it past one with a beautiful pass, and Havoc is gonna make it 2-1.
I gotta say, it's gotta be those Merc sides, man, being just high enough for him to have that perfect control like that, and a great shot by Havoc, reading his teammate just right.
Beautifully done. Honestly, good play all around. Giaco. I mean, like honestly, Fish and Birds, they have nothing to complain about. They've been playing well, but I mean, Havoc and Giaco, they're just on a different level.
They're just playing off each other really well. I mean, it was like last game with Lexi and Shadow. You know, I just, regardless of how the game turned out, I feel like they definitely had more chemistry throughout the entire series, even though they lost a couple of them.
Man, yeah, dude, it's been a really, really good showing by Sure Esports. Let's can I sign them to my indie team, please? No.
Definitely not. No, it looks like they're gonna go ahead and not play for you because it looks like the Vikings have already signed them to my indie team.
I see you.
Welcome,
I see
Havoc, you know, and Giaco to the Vikings. Glad to have you.
All right. Well,
What a shot!
that's a big rip.
Do it. No, that was calculated. That was 100%. Burgess was like, if anyone's gonna score on me, it's gonna be me.
He wanted the points, but you know, it's gonna be a big rip for carried by Ritzy. They put up a great fight, but I mean, again, Sure Esports have just been looking so dominant, so very well done by them.
And honestly, sometimes it just happens, man. Sure, Esports may be a better team, they may not. On another day, it could have gone a completely different way, but today, they played fantastic.
True, and today is all that matters for each match day. So, Sure Esports finding it, taking it all, getting the sweep. Again, kind of surprisingly, but still very, very well played by them. So that is actually going to be the last match of the night. We're ending at 10:51. But again, thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate it all. You guys have been fantastic. But again, just kudos. Thanks so much to Zero. He's a fantastic co-caster. I love hanging out with him. This has been great. This is my first